Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's news, Toyota is getting hated on by anti-Trumpers. Lexus might have a battery technology that can go 1,000 kilometers. And last but not least, we'll talk about how Toyota is crushing it, just like in China, but in Australia, down under. I'll see you on the other side, and let's get into it. Over at electric.co, Toyota Trump boycott gains momentum. Loyal Toyota customers in revolt. What is going on? Well, if you guys missed my last video on how Toyota has kind of stepped away from the California regulations and they support the same regulations throughout the United States, they say this is important to keep costs down. That will allow people to afford more things like their slightly expensive hybrids, which essentially will keep emissions down. Well, people are just in full rage mode because anything that is slightly agrees with Trump triggers them. For example, former US Labor Secretary Robert Reich tweeted, "Goodbye, Toyota." And let's read his beautiful tweet. "The environment goodwill you build up by pioneering hybrid cars has vanished in your choice of Trump over California." So does that mean all of their hybrids have vanished as well? But yes, this hashtag is growing rampant. There's some other hashtag these goons are using as well. Boycott Toyota, never Toyota. People don't realize that Toyota has done a lot for the hybrid electric vehicle landscape. Anything that slightly looks favorably or takes the side of a Trump administration decision is just going to be completely pooped on by most people in California. And why do I say California? Because that's what this is all about. Toyota is not aligning themselves with the California regulations like BMW, like Honda, and some other manufacturers. So GM is also one of those that is not happy to conform to California's regulations. Think about it, guys. If you had to make different cars that meet different emissions regulations for each individual state, like imagine how big of a headache that is for each company. So I understand, I want a clean air, I want a clean environment, but I also am a businessman, so I understand what these big companies are thinking when, oh my gosh, like that's going to drive up costs, that's going to just make everything much more convoluted. If you just have one country to conform to instead of tons of different individual states' emissions, it's going to make a better product overall and a cheaper one too. Before we leave, Amy Barnes had to say, "Anyone in the market for slightly used '08 Prius? It's probably got some Cheerios in the backseat, so of course, stench of selling out our children's futures to the Trump administration." Like, how triggered can you get? Moving on. So Lexus Enthusiasts brought up this really interesting article that I missed. I didn't see it, so thanks to them for pointing it out. We're not going to read what Lexus Enthusiasts is quoting. We're just going to go straight to the article over at Which Car. It's an Australian website. "New battery technology will allow the next generation of EVs to travel more than twice as far, but there is a catch." So this was in Melbourne as a part of the Oaks Day horse racing event, and they're previewing the LC convertible, which is coming out next year. And Sawa, he's one of the big wigs at Toyota, talked a little bit about EVs. Once asked about the incentives governments are giving to electric car owners or potential buyers, he says once these incentives stop gesturing with a cut motion, in fact, people are going to go back to hybrids. And the reason is because they're probably just going to cost quite a bit. So if you're not getting that, big tax credit for buying an electric vehicle, then it might hurt sales for pure EVs. And so that's why he's saying, in fact, people are going back to hybrids at that point. We'll see. I honestly don't know. I think people are so fanatical that it's an all or nothing sort of thing for a lot of people. So Honda believes a lot with what this Sawa is saying for Lexus and for Toyota. Honda, and I covered this yesterday, Honda is not so sure on the near future of full electric vehicles. And in fact, other than Europe, they're going to be pushing hybrids, to be honest. But Mercedes-Benz and Audi, Audi is obviously a subsidiary of Volkswagen, who is trying to go fully electric. They've suggested hybrid powertrains are a little bit more than a stopgap. So you have these different big players in the game. Some are saying, electrification is going to be coming soon and now in the future. Toyota and Honda are a little bit more cautious about jumping to the new technology. And in fact, they want to popularize hybrids before they get that far. And then we talked about batteries, which is really the only thing that is holding these manufacturers back from mass producing EVs. Our cars with nickel metal hydride batteries and the hybrid cars are doing well. Their batteries are expensive, but they're easy to recycle. Lithium batteries, on the other hand, are cheaper, but production capacity is a problem. Sawa spoke of a new solid-state battery technology in positive terms, telling which car that a solid-state battery could power a car for 1,000 kilometers, which is like 621 miles. The best EV range figures at present are less than half of that. Here's the caveat. We are working on the technology, but we cannot release it yet. It is possible to go 1,000 kilometers, but then the charging time could be a very long time. So this is something that we were not expecting. And the reason is solid state batteries are supposed to be able to take a charge much quicker than like a liquid polymer, like lithium ion. But for some reason in the current development of the solid state batteries, they have a hiccup. They cannot charge it quick enough. It's either state itself of the technology is not allowing them to charge as quickly as they want, or the battery is so big that current conventional means of charging, let's say with a 240 volt, is just still too long to charge something like this. And let's say you have a supercharging station, something like that, it still might be too slow for people's demands. And as a reminder, Lexus parent company Toyota will use the 2020 Olympic Games to debut a people-carrying vehicle using solid-state technology, but commercial use is still a decade away. So I'll also point out that the need to develop a robust way to recycle electric car batteries is becoming an issue of utmost importance. And this is something few people are talking about. I don't know if anyone in the Tesla realm is talking about this too much. They're just trying to get to the next technology. But no one's talking about recycling, because this is a big deal. We need to work on the recycling loop for batteries, Sawa said, adding that there's potential use for EV batteries, which are currently lifed out of a car with up to 70% of their capacity still remaining. He thinks it should be used as a home storage. I think that makes a lot of sense, because you can, as they talk about right here, you put solar panels on your car, you fill your batteries, and then you can charge your current car's battery off the batteries or the array of batteries that you have inside of your home. So a lot of EV speculation right there. It gets me really excited. And before I let you guys go, let's hop on over to the Australian press room for Toyota. I'm just going to touch on this really quick. Toyota dominates Australia's best car awards with 5 wins. The Corolla Ascent Sport, Camry Ascent Sport Hybrid, RAV4 GXL Hybrid, Supra GTS, and Hilux SR5 were named as the best in class in the National Motoring Awards run by Australia's motoring clubs. Just to give you an idea like how good they are in Australia, these results highlight the strength of Toyota's brand and current product, taking home 5 of the 13 awards and making them a great option for potential new car buyers. So what do you guys think of the news today? People getting triggered over Toyota siding with Trump regulations when it comes to emissions. I'm kind of in the middle of the road. I understand both sides of it. As a business person, I understand why Toyota is doing it. The more sensitive side of me is wants cleaner air. I want electric vehicles to be mainstream, at least hybrids to be mainstream as soon as possible, and then EVs, of course, in the near future. Speaking of which, what do you think of this little leak we got on the solid-state batteries for Toyota/Lexus? I think it's really exciting to get any news on it, because it is such everyone's trying for this technology. At least that's what I think, because everyone's looking to navigate this obstacle of battery capacity limitation in vehicles. Solid state would be the way to do it, potentially, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not personally working on the solid state batteries. I don't know how viable they can be in the near future either. And then Toyota crushing it in Australia. I'll see you guys in the comments below. Lots of tasty nuggets today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And until next time, peace out. Oh, thanks Patreon supporters, you guys rock. Later.